Welcome to the full camera comparison between the Poco F3, A72 and the A52 5G. First of all, we'll get the hardware of these phones out of the way. Poco F3 has got the main 48 megapixel Sony IMX582 sensor and it's using the image processing of the Snapdragon 870 chipset. A72 and A52 5G both have got a 64 megapixel Sony IMX682 sensor. A72 uses the Snapdragon 720G while the A52 5G uses the Snapdragon 750G chipset. Other details are right on your screen, and by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new here. The camera apps on all the phones differ a lot. The Poco F3's camera app definitely has more features than the other two. All phones can record 1080p at 60 frames per second videos from the front and the rear cameras. A72 and A52 5G have the optical image stabilization, while the Poco F3 has EIS only. The Pro mode of the Poco F3 is quite advanced and it has the RAW capture option too. Let's start it off with the front camera videos now. Full camera comparison between the Poco F3, the A72 and the Galaxy A52 5G. First of all, I am recording this video in 1080p at 60 frames per second on all these phones. I have mounted these phones on my DIY tripod, so I hope that you guys don't mind the video angle in this one. Anyways, this video will give you an idea about the stability, the color composition, saturation, sharpness, and overall quality of the video along with the mic recording quality of these phones. After this, I am going to switch to the 1080p at 30 frames per second video on all the phones. Let's check that out. This one is now 1080p at 30 frames per second video on all the phones. I am not showing you 4K video samples here because the Poco F3 cannot record 4K videos from its front camera. It is limited to 1080p only. The A72 and the A52G can record 4K videos, but I'll show you those videos in a separate Galaxy A72 versus the A52 5G camera comparison. For now, this is a comparison between these three phones only, and this has to be done in the common modes available on all the phones. Now you can take a look at how these phones are managing the highlights in the background. And yeah, once again, drop your feedback in the comments below and make sure you don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you find it useful at some point. Okay, first of all, this is a 4K at 30 frames per second video clip on all these phones. I am standing a bit away from the phones so that I can appear in all these cameras because these are placed side by side and the distance between a couple of phones is more than the other phones. So this video will give you an idea about the stability, the voice recording quality of the mic, and some other aspects that you might be interested in. There is a lot of noise around me, so this is a good test to know if these mics can record your sound while there is a lot of noise in the environment. And now after this video, I am going to switch to the 60 frames per second video. Okay, now this is 60 frames per second video, and in this mode the stability is going to be quite disturbed because the stability does not work on any of these phones. The EIS is not enabled in the 60 frames per second mode either. So once again, you can look at how these phones are capturing the colors, how these phones are capturing the sharpness details. And now after this, I am going to switch to the 1080p at 30 frames per second videos on all these phones. Alright, this is now 1080p at 30 frames per second ultra wide video on all these phones. On the Galaxy A52 5G and the A72, you can record 4K 30 frames per second ultra wide videos, but the Poco F3 is limited to 1080p ultra wide videos, which is why I am showing you the 1080p samples only. Furthermore, on the Galaxy A52 5G and the Galaxy A72, you can switch between the ultra wide and wide cameras while recording a video. You can't do this on the Poco F3 either. Remember, I am not going to be the judge for these videos, so make sure that you drop your feedback in the comments down below. This is now 1080p at 30 frames per second video. In this mode, the optical image stabilization of the A72 and the A52 5G is working, and the Poco F3 is using its electronic image stabilization. As I told you guys that I am not the judge for the videos, You guys have to be the judge. You guys have to analyze these videos, judge the voice recording quality of the mics, and drop your detailed analysis to help everyone else and for yourself in the comment section down below. And with this, we'll now head towards the camera hardware, and then we'll take a look at the rear camera and front camera images captured on all these phones. Time to take a look at the rear camera photos. My own images first of all. The ultra-wide camera on the A72 is the best one. Poco F3's ultra-wide camera lacks details and it makes the image look kind of dull. By the way, I won't be giving my full opinion on these images. I'll just tell you about the basic differences and you guys have to analyze these images and drop your own feedback down in the comments below. In the high-res mode, the Samsung phones maintain the highlights and they also capture better dynamic range, and the details are definitely better than the Poco F3. Poco F3's image lacks colors and its dynamic range is not that good in the high-res mode. In the normal mode, the Poco F3 has really amazing colors, but keep in mind these colors are boosted too much. The colors on the A52 5G are also boosted and the A72's colors look quite accurate to me. In the portrait mode, all three phones have very good details and all the phones have great depth effect too. The edge detection is really nice all across. I will now show you a series of images in the high-res, normal and the ultra-wide mode. You can pause this video to analyze an image and make sure to drop your detailed analysis in the comments down below. I am not giving my own analysis in this video just to keep the duration of this video short, because many of the users were asking me to cut down the duration of my videos, so I think this is the best approach I can use to make short videos. Now the macro camera is on your screen, the macro camera result, and here the Poco F3 is the best one. The night mode images look the best on both Samsung phones. Poco lacks a bit of details and its night mode and low light images appear a bit noisy to me. The front camera result is a subjective choice. If you like those soft and smooth selfies with great beauty effect, the Poco F3 has to be your choice. If you like natural, well saturated and highly detailed selfies, the Samsung phone has to be your choice. You are definitely free to drop your feedback about the selfies in the comments too. And with this we reach the conclusion. Poco F3 has electronic image stabilization in the 4K video mode. Samsung phones lack it as of now. The ultra-wide video looks much better on the Poco F3. The Samsung phones completely blow off the highlights in the ultra-wide video mode. But here, the Poco F3 cannot record 4K ultra-wide videos. Both Samsung phones can record 4K ultra-wide videos too. The high-res images look much better on the Samsung Galaxy A72 and the Galaxy A52 5G. The overall ultra-wide result is best on both Samsung phones. Samsung phones have the optical image stabilization. These phones can record 4K front camera videos too. The front camera result is also the best from the Samsung phones in my opinion for keeping a real selfie color tone. In the normal mode, the Poco F3 produces more vibrant and boosted colors. Overall, the Samsung phones are the winners for me in the camera department. The Poco F3 is not all about the camera. Its camera might be very mediocre, but its overall performance and other hardware is super powerful. So you have to keep that in mind while making a decision between these three phones. But yeah, if your concern is just about the camera, the A72 and the A52 5G both are much better than the Poco F3. Once again, drop your thoughts below and make sure to hit the subscribe button. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.